7:20 a.m. We've been driving 3 hours, headed to witness a wild horse roundup in these stark mountains in northwestern Nevada. This is the story of a family of 11 wild horses, a heroic black stallion we named Freedom, and his family, 6 mares, 3 weanling foals, and 1 young soon-to-be bachelor stallion, rounded up by the Bureau of Land Management on January 2, 2010. In the dead of winter, this massive roundup swept 1,922 horses off these Calico Mountains, a gaping 75% of her horses gone, leaving a mere 600 on this huge 550,000-acre range. We had at least 2 armed escorts every day. Each morning we pulled over to make room for these semis carrying horses captured yesterday on their 4-hour trek to holding pens in Fallon, Nevada. We arrive at the trap site to find these bewildered horses from yesterday's roundup who had not fit into the trailers. They clung close together. They'll be shipped tomorrow with today's horses, considered excess. It's very cold. Sue Couture and her wranglers huddle around a butane heater for warmth. Bob and Craig climb high with their BLM escort for a clear vantage point. My feet are numb. The wranglers are laughing and chatting. I'm thinking about the frightened horses and the helicopter. 11:02 a.m. We could see them coming single file on this rocky ground from a long way off, this respectable band of 11. Dahlia stayed behind with her foal. Dahlia's mother, Ayana, a 25-year-old matriarch of this family, was 3 horses ahead right behind Blondie. Freedom, every bit their leader, hesitates, trying to determine how to lead his sizable family to safety. Dahlia's little foal canters to catch up, and she remains protectively behind him. River, Freedom's faithful 17-year-old lead mare, remains by his side as he thinks about what next to do. The band waits, relying on his leadership as he stays in the lead, taking full responsibility. Dahlia's foal is falling behind. His last moments of freedom are a struggle just to stay with the family. Freedom hesitates, aware of a trap. Dave Couture knows, though, just when to release Shorty, his well-trained Judas horse, momentarily renewing a false sense of direction and hope in these frightened wild horses. They follow Shorty. Their freedom is finished, except for one. Try as he may, freedom has failed. 11:12 a.m. entering the trap. To appreciate what we are about to witness, it's important to recognize the real height of this fence. This man is 6'2". The fence is 6 feet. Here they are all jumbled together in the trap pen. They've got each other's backs, not knowing what to expect. Here's Dahlia's baby in his last few minutes with the family. There are many foot and hoof injuries, leg injuries, running through the sage on this rocky ground. They don't have time to pick their footing carefully. Freedom, the black horse on the right, continued to assess everything, including me. He had a bad laceration on his right front that he had received during the run. 11:24 a.m., the last few minutes with his family. Now this closely knit family of 11 is being processed, a euphemism for separated and broken up permanently into the massive holding pen system of the Bureau of Land Management. 11:28 a.m. Freedom is among the first processed. He rears in an effort to escape these alien pens and gets caught on the fence, on the metal panel. For a life-changing minute, he struggles there, Sue Couture and the Wranglers shake a flag in his face, imposing unnecessary, heavy pressure on this trapped stallion, already highly motivated to get down off the fence.
He might be in serious shape, Bob. He's hung up.
He's hung up. He's falling.
We see Wild Horse and Barrow specialist Jerome Fox riveted as this desperate, determined stallion courageously attempts a nearly impossible escape. Having hit the fence and fallen, failing his first attempt, this was Freedom's supreme, last-ditch effort to clear this fence. Though desperate, he collected himself and executed the jump of his lifetime. 11:32 a.m. The escape. This is Dahlia, Freedom's lovely 3-year-old mare and mother of his youngest foal, just taken from her, frantic as she races to the fence and watches her stallion, her protector, head for the protection of the mountains without her. And notice the multi-strand barbed wire fence. This wild Mustang was in deadly earnest. This was do or die, no looking back. Committed to escape, Freedom was not to be stopped by a 3-strand barbed wire fence.
Here, hey, sir. Wow, what an amazing animal.
Did you catch it? Listen again to this affirmative nicker of this very present, engaged individual. I cannot express the profundity of this sound and all that it tells me about horses and this particular horse. To whom was he speaking? To himself? To God? And that is what Dahlia saw.
Did you see that the one who had laid contact, the first one, jumped the fence and is heading back to the hill?
Now Dahlia ran back and forth, coming to sliding stops at the fence, struggling to work her courage up to attempt the leap that would free her to follow her stallion.